the guys or a team in Denver can put up the Guardian article. Walk me through, because this was based on, I guess, a report, a bomb damage assessment or some report. Talk to us first. What is the Pentagon report? Who is this group, DTRA, that carries so much weight? And why did this story have such a big impact around Washington today?
So DTRA is the Defense Threat Reduction Agency. It is the component inside the Defense Department that actually tested and developed the bunker bombs, the bunker buster bombs, the GBU-57s.
They developed them.
They helped develop them. They helped test them. And when the new admin came in at the start of the year, they kind of gave their assessment of how effective these bombs actually are. And the way DTRA does this is they look at a bunch of underground facilities around the world and they say, okay, it's at this depth and at this depth, and how far can our regular conventional ordnance penetrate? And the assessment that was basically shown to a number of senior Pentagon officials this January was it doesn't get to the bottom of the Fordow facility, the critical enrichment, the uranium enrichment facility that the Iranian regime is using. And so it's really important if you think about why Donald Trump, wants to or is considering striking Iran's facilities, because if you cannot take out this critical facility, then what's the point? And that's sort of the discussions that have been going on inside the White House that I know you're aware of. And
these are this bomb weighs 30,000 pounds, dropped at 30,000 feet, but the actual TNT explosives of it is not like a mother of all bombs as far as the explosive capacity. It's really the ability to pierce through steel, to pierce through granite, stone, whatever, to a certain depth, correct?
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. It's it's hard encasing, and at the tip it can kind of go through kind of concrete, and then its explosion and its shock waves will reach to a certain depth, and that's the idea.
And this means that. And what did the assessment say of how many? Because the headline said, "Hey, you could drop 4 or 5 of these, but you may still need to bring in a tactical nuke." Was that the conclusion of the report?
Well, okay, so I think this is where it gets nuanced, right? Is what does success entail? Is it you're going to set the program back, 1, 2, 3 years because you want to bury it with a bunch of these bombs and, you collapse some tunnels? That's one thing. If you want to totally eliminate the facility all the way down to 300 feet, or even deeper, which is how deep the facility goes, according to Israeli intelligence, then the assessment of DTRA is you would have to drop a nuke down there.
You would have to drop a nuke to take it all the way down. The Iranians, the Persians were smart. They built it at this depth. This was built for a reason, correct? To be able to avoid the West being able to come in and stop it with with bombing runs.
Yeah, look, in the 1980s, Israel had a bunch of strikes on an Iraqi enrichment facility. And the Iranians looked at that and said, well, it is obvious that if we're going to do our own enrichment program, it needs to be underground to protect from the threat of aerial attack. And so this is the predicament we find ourselves in now.
Jack,